Town Clerk Royston King stated that during a recent meeting with the Private Sector Commission, a number of issues and recommendations were tabled, particularly with regard to how the private sector can assist the municipality to raise funds to manage the city. He said the meeting with the private sector had been cordial, while adding that a proposal was made for an increase in container fees, which is currently at $5,000. The PSC and City Hall have been in discussion since 2016 over the increase. The scarcity of revenue has been a source of embarrassment to the municipality.
At the moment, the arrangement we have with the private sector, and shippers in particular, is a gentleman's arrangement. It's a gentleman's agreement. We need to put legislation in place to make it legal and binding, but we can only do this when we settle the final figure. And therefore our approach to the private sector was for us to consider whether we would look at increasing that figure, that is the $5,000, to the $8,000 and $10,000, or whether we want to hold or have more discussions and consultations.
King stated that the parties agreed on an extension of time to allow stakeholders to make a final decision on whether there should be an increase in container fees. The proposal could see companies paying a fee of $8,000 for a 20-feet container and a fee of $10,000 for 40-feet containers. King, however, stated that the current arrangement with several shipping companies have not been honored. These issues were reportedly raised with the private sector.
It was discovered that some shippers were not paying their fair share. In other words, some shippers are collecting the money, but they are not remitting it to council. Some shippers are collecting, but they're not remitting it to council. And when you compare what one shipper in particular is giving this councils against the others, you will see that there's a great disparity between what this particular shipper is given and some of the other shippers.
The parties during the meeting had also agreed on a new collection system for container fees. The private sector and City Hall are expected to meet before the end of 2018 on the matters raised. Javon Vickery, HGP Nightly News.